Welcome to Money Talks, a weekly feature on FM 93.5 The Berg and WMEG AM 740. Today we will talk just a little bit about money, maybe some of the things you can do with it, how it can impact your life, some ideas on financial planning and investing, and getting the most out of the money you hope to have, already have, or want to pass down. So sit back, relax, listen, and maybe take some notes, as you may have some questions by the time we're done with this edition of Money Talks. Good morning, Dan Giles. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Welcome back to Money Talks. So we're going to talk about some different strategies and maybe how they've played out over the years and some wisdom when it comes to investing.
It is.
All right.
Two great time-tested investment concepts.
Okay. Well, good. Bring it on.
Great.
I'm all ears.
King Solomon once wrote down many years ago, "Send your grain overseas, for after many days you will get a return. Divide your merchandise among 7 or even 8 investments, for you do not know what calamity may happen on the earth."
Wow.
So I get two concepts out of there. One is when he says after many days, to me that means long term.
Okay.
We're not day traders. We're going to do an investment, and so that means putting up some capital to invest. And
You don't think King Solomon was out there day trading?
he may have, but he may have had the resources to do that too.
Well,
But,
that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't have those resources. Most of our listeners probably don't have King
most
Solomon's
investors
resources.
should invest for the long term,
Okay.
because that's what wealth creation is. It takes time to get a return.
Okay.
The
Wealth
second
creation.
the second concept is diversification.
Okay.
You divide your merchandise among 7 or even 8, because you don't know what will happen on the earth. So that could be 7 or 8 different company stocks. That could be 7 or 8 different asset classes. It could be 7 or 8 different many things. But just
Mutual funds.
Just the concept of more than a few is the best way to protect against loss.
Okay.
And that's what he's implying here by saying we don't know what calamity will happen on the earth.
All right.
So if I have 5 or 6 different rental properties spread around the country, that's a safer position than having 5 or 6 different rental properties here on the peninsula.
Okay.
And we could look at
Probably a bigger headache, too.
we could look at Florida, and we could look at New Orleans, and see all that can happen on the earth.
Right. Very true. Very true. It's kind of like not putting all your eggs in one basket, as some wise old farmer once said.
That's right.
I think that was the farmer in the Dell.
Could have been.
Yeah, could have been.
Spread the risk.
Spread the risk. Okay. Well, good.
Yep.
Stocks, bonds. I mean, we've talked about those things. Aren't they all really the same? They're all just investments, right?
No, actually, stocks and bonds are inherently different. A bond is a loan that you're making to somebody with expected income throughout the year, and then a return of the principal. A stock is actual ownership. So I'm giving somebody money, and I'm investing, and I may get a dividend, but really I'm hoping that investment will grow in time. I'm not just expecting the return back at some time in the future. I want my principal back plus what it earns.
Okay.
And that's done through wealth creation. Companies use our capital, our investment.
Mm-hmm.
They use raw material. You could think cotton or timber or oil, steel.
Mm-hmm.
And then they use labor.
Right.
To put things together, to manufacture, or to provide a service. And then they use great ideas. And so those 4 pieces are what create wealth.
That sounds like how America was built.
It was. Hard work, raw material, some good ideas, and somebody to fund the investment.
And a big old land grab somewhere in there.
Well, and that's our job as investors, is to invest. And you'd mentioned mutual funds. That's a way to get immediate diversification across hundreds of different company investments.
Right.
So it's likely that a company will go out of business. It's not likely that the market will go out of business.
Let's hope not.
We have other problems if that happens.
Okay.
But we don't know what calamity will happen on the earth.
But we're sure one is going to happen.
It will.
Yeah.
And so we'll prepare by diversification. And then the first concept of don't expect anything back immediately, take some time.
Right. Yeah, because, for pretty much every peak, there's got to be a valley.
There's going to be a valley.
There's going to be a valley. Okay. Well, good. Well, Dan Joss, what other words of wisdom do you want to share with the folks out there in the radio land today?
Save early, save often. I
Okay.
also like to give early and give often.
Okay.
I had a client tell me once she gives with warm hands.
Nice.
It's given while you're living.
That makes a lot of sense right there. Makes
That's
a lot
all.
of sense. Well, good. All right. Well, Dan Joss, if someone wants to get in touch with you to talk about their financial stuff, to have money talks with you, what number should they call?
757-903-2127.
And the best website for them to go to?
jossfinancial.com.
And are you going to try and sell them anything other than your time and expertise?
Nope.
Nope. Just time and expertise.
Yep. I sell my advice.
Okay.
People give opinions for free.
Ah, very true. Very true. I like that. Sell your advice, give away opinions. All right. Everybody's got opinions.
That's right.
All right. Well, Dan Joss, thanks for being part of Money Talks today. And we're going to go right back to the music.
Thank you.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.